Hi folks, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick on the ZXspectrum 48K and we're looking at quite an early shooter called Galaxy Warlords, been designed for the 16K, published by R&R Software in the good old year of 1983. It's been written by John Prince, it's quite basic and you'll be quick to see it takes the arcade game GALAXIAN as its inspiration, 1979 by NAMCO I believe. GALAXIANs did come out on the Spectrum, a couple of versions, one was Arctic Computing in 82. So let's see how far we get. We've got this magenta ship down the bottom. Frame rate isn't great. We must try and avoid all these firing of the aliens and shoot them to clear the whole screen. If we clear the whole screen, then another lot of probably identical aliens then turn up. So it's of an era. I like the scrolling stars coming down the screen. Judging by this animation, it might be programmed in BASIC. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a really early game. You see your lives in the top middle there. Oops, I've been hit. Two magenta ships. We've now gone to one magenta ship. This is essentially it. It's a shooter from 1983. Now, this era had quite a lot of shooters. We reviewed quite a few of them if you want to check those out on the channel. But most of them are variations of Galaxians or Space Invaders and, you know, similar games of the era. Right, okay, Phoenix as well. That was the one I was trying to think. I was trying to search the back of my brain. All shooters from the early 70s. And then the arcade games come into your home computers in the early 80s. Right, one left. Oh, I've been kaboomed. Nice explosion effect for the time as well. Not quite sure what else John Prince did. Very basic game, not much to it, so let's continue. Hooray! So it's not going to be a detailed review or anything. You might have heard this one, you might have not have heard it back in the day, but I get sort of like a warm feeling to it. Galaxy Warlords, but really it's GALAXIAN, isn't it? We all know it's GALAXIAN. 16K. I didn't get too involved with the 16K stuff. I mean, Jetpack was 16K as well by Ultimate, but you know, I tend to emulate them on the 48K if I can do. Different colours of aliens coming down the screen. It's using all the main colours the Spectrum has: cyan, red, green and magenta. If you had this one back in the day, let me know. A good attention to detail on this one. I've mentioned the star background going forward, but also there's the yellow jets at the back of the ship. Tend to get 3 lives. I like the sounds as well. It's a very arcadey sound. And the design of the aliens isn't too bad. They're a bit insectoid, aren't they, really? Got that yellow one, looks like a Klingon bird of prey, and then a couple of bug type things. You get an extra ship every time you get up to 2,000, which I probably won't be doing here. You need to get into the rhythm with these sort of games. Look, and that's not a good rhythm. I've crashed into that straight away. So collisions with the aliens or getting shot means ultimate super doom, and I've been super doomed again. Probably my favourite one is quite basic as well. It's a bit of a Space Invaders clone called Space Raiders. I quite like that game. Arcadia's not bad, although it does something slightly different to this. Please put your favourite shooter below. Mooncrester's quite good, or that works in a slightly different way also. Galaxy Warlords. So all these guys, I presume are Warlords. And one of my favourite shooters, one of the early ones I played, is Asteroids from the arcades, from Atari, even 1979 or 78, I can't quite recall. Recently reviewed a homebrew by High Rise, or Alan Turvey, their Asteroids RX. So take a look at that review if you haven't already. Tend to do a homebrew every Wednesday. We try and look at all the Spectrum games, the modern ones and the older ones as well, like this. If you want to see more Spectrum reviews, we've almost got up to 850 now at time of recording. So to get to the playlist, click on my username and then that'll get to the main channel screen, and then click on playlist and ZXspectrum, although we do review quite a few other systems as well. Big thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far, which has helped me on this journey to review as much as I possibly can, because we're building up quite a big library now, so thank you there. If you want to help that bit more, try and fulfill the dream of me ever going full time and improving the videos and doing quite a little bit more, well, quite a bit more if I can go full time financially, then there's members as well. Big thank you to the members. If you want to find out a bit more about that, click on the join button. It won't join you straight away. It'll give you a few options there. You can make your decision then. But let's just concentrate on fighting space aliens in the year 1983. Hooray! 83, eh? Right, one left. Come on. Come on, I can take him out. I just weave left and right, maybe. Come on, if I fluke it. This is my last life. Come on, let's fluke this thing. Yay! Bonus 200. That's a bit of a stingy bonus. Right, okay. Away we go. Flying through the cosmos. And oh, dear me. So I got to the second wave of aliens, and as I suspected, they were exactly the same as the first wave of aliens. As a kid, you probably would have given a backstory to the battle. You would have called yourself Luke Skydiver or something similar as you go through your ship. These aliens, they might have people's names from school, or they might be some deadly other forces that before no one else has heard of apart from you. And you're going to just blast them as they go slowly to attack the Earth, which we don't see the Earth here. Let's see if I can do it again. Can lightning strike twice in the same place? Possibly. Kaboom, kaboom, kapowie, kasplat, kaboom, kaboom. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. So we're back early retro gaming. This is early retro. No, so super early retro gaming is in like the 70s. Some of the Atari 2600 games, which we covered every now and again. ZXspectrum started really 82. So this is right near the beginning, 1983. In my favourite era, where I get the biggest nostalgia buzz. The games tend to be a bit more basic, but I love them for it. Simpler times. Remembering stuff back to when you was a kid. Not just about the game on its own, of course, it's about the memories invoked and your feelings at the time, when in theory you had a whole lot less to worry about, because you didn't probably understand the concept of money or anything, or bills and all that sort of stuff. Bonus 200, will I get up to 2,000? Well, this looks the best go so far as we hit our second wave of aliens. No UFO goes across the top like Space Invaders for super bonuses, it is just these all the way along. Good name, isn't it? Galaxy Warlords. So the galaxy is quite big. Probably got about, I don't know, 200 billion stars. Citation needed. I don't know how many have got aliens round, but we're not many, and we're going to blow them all up like this. In these games, it's always a conflict, you and the aliens. Very rarely, I suppose it's going to make a rubbish game actually. Very rarely the aliens come down and said, yeah, we can see eye to eye, let's have a party. What a nice game that would be. So just 3 keys. Can't really define it on this, which is a shame. ZX and spacebar, not bad keys to have. I would have had it a bit higher up on the keyboard, probably Q and W and P, so I could lean forward a little bit. But Nick, just put the keyboard further, you Wally. Oh, okay, I could do that. Right, red aliens. I think they score slightly different, these aliens. Notice when we shoot, sometimes it looks like it's curving around. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's something to do with the way we're moving down the bottom as well. The fire stuff from the aliens is quite easy to see, except because of the well, quite poor frame rate, but okay frame rate for the time, it makes avoiding stuff a little bit tricky. So, you know, a lot of it, you have to use the force or rely on luck a little bit. Right, I got a high, no, I didn't get a high score. The high score is 1060 by some hoodlum. I'm on a score of 390. So 50 for the yellow one, 10 or 40 for the red one. Why 10 or 40? And 30 for the green bug thing. If you are a green bug thing, then obviously comment below. 1983, John Prince. Formerly known as Prince, he changed his name to Squiggle, did he? Unless it's a different fellow. He played a million instruments and wrote this game. Well done, Prince. Good. Oh man, Caravan. Yeah, I haven't played the original Galaxian by NAMCO in 1979. I would have been about 5. I doubt I could have reached the joysticks or the buttons or anything, but I would like to. I saw very few really as a kid. There's Asteroids, of course, and Track and Field I saw. And then there was a massive gap to when I was a student, and then I caught up with games like Street Fighter 2 in the arcades, Moonwalker, that was a good one, the Teenage Mutant Turtles, and stuff like that really. The odd pinball game, but not many. There weren't many pinball tables round near where I was. Shall I have one more go? I think I should have one more go, shouldn't I? One more go, Margot. Kaboom. Let's do these. Oh no, that's not very good. Nice explosion. Not much magenta when you explode. This ship is desperate. It's desperate for some kind of shielding, but yeah, we need some sort of shielding. Even the Starship Enterprise has special shielding. Why hasn't this got shielding? I don't know. It's a nicely designed ship. Probably the weirdest designed ship I ever saw. in a shooter was a game called Light Force, where the ship looked a little bit like a sewing machine. I think they wanted it to be a bit like the Millennium Falcon without ripping it off, but in the end they made it look like a sewing machine, which was a little bit bizarre. A sewing machine in space against lots and lots of aliens, that's not something you come across very often. But anyway, I know I said I'd have one last go. It's got that bit of addictiveness to it, and I've died straight away. 2 lives left. Come on, Nick. That's it. Let's take out this enemy, and then we'll go and do something else. Boom, boom. Oh, if you're still here, then well done, you. Are you going to load this game? I downloaded it from a site called Spectrum Computing. Well done, me. Right. Oh man, come on. I'm getting gradually worse now. Score 380. Oh look, that was unfair. Sometimes you just regenerate automatically into an accident. Yes. Anyway, well, I hope you liked having a look at that game. It did the basics. It would have been acceptable back in the day, and I would have played it quite a bit. No worse than any of the others, but no better really as well. Nice presentation, great star field, good. So hope you liked having a look at that game. That was Galaxy Warlords on the ZXspectrum 48K, published by R&R Software in 1983 and written by John Prince. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.